Hi everyone, welcome to this setup tutorial where I will discuss about how to install XAMPP in Kali Linux. And with XAMPP you can install some amazing vulnerable web applications so that you can practice your web application security skills, and that will help in bug bounty hunting later on. We will be practicing OWASP top 10 and try to improve our skills so that we can do bug bounty hunting. But first we have to set up lab, so let's begin. This is my Kali operating system installed in VirtualBox. Oh, I forgot my password. Let me log in again. Try to log in again. Yeah, I'm logged in now. So I just wanted to show you quickly. I am running this in VirtualBox, running Kali in VirtualBox, and here we'll be setting up. First we will install XAMPP. Just search in Google XAMPP download, and then we'll find the apaachefriends.org where we can download XAMPP according to our operating system. If you're using Windows, you can also download for Windows, but we'll just install in XAMPP for Linux. My PHP version is 7.3. You have to install according to your PHP version. This is an 64-bit installer. I have already downloaded. You just have to click and download installation begin, like 153-bit MB file size. Just cancel here. I'll just put the links of all the application I will discuss in this video in the description, so that you can just visit and download easily. I'll just close this for now. Okay, let me go to the downloads folder where I have already installed XAMPP. Here I'll just go to downloads. Here, this is the setup file. After you download XAMPP, you'll find it in your downloads folder. You just have to open terminal and check for permission. Check if the permission is read, write, execute, then you can start. Otherwise you have to put permission chmod plus x and then this file name to give execute permission. Now we'll just start the installer by typing this testing here and then press enter. It will start the installer. We'll just press next, 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 next. It will open the bitnami.com website. You can close it just for your information. And the installer is, this is the setup. Now we'll just have to click next again and it will install. It will take some time. We'll just have to wait, and then we'll finish our installation. Then we'll be ready to start XAMPP and install the other application, vulnerable application like bWAPP, Mutillidae 2, damn vulnerable web application, and SQLi Labs. Installation is almost done. Creating on installer 75. Okay, it's done. Now we'll just, you can launch by clicking this, or you can uncheck it. We'll just try to launch by clicking finish, and it started. So we can see that we can access Kali dashboard. We can also, actually we can access by typing localhost, 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 or we can type 127, the address of localhost 0.0.1. Okay, so XAMPP is running Apache, MariaDB, PHP and Perl. So we can click here and check manage servers. Right now MySQL database is stopped and Apache web server, this is running. So we can start all the services at once, or we can stop all the services or restart, or we can select each service and start here by clicking start button. So we'll just start MySQL database, but before that we'll just install our dem vulnerable application and other vulnerable applications. So for that, first I'll just stop all the services and close it. Are you sure you want to close the application? Yes. And XAMPP will be installed in OPT. I'll just show you guys. I'll just close this. Now if you try to access localhost, now we cannot access because XAMPP is not running. This is installed in OPT. If you go to OPT LAMP, here we have the files. We have to go to htdocs, and after installing, and we have to install one by one and put in this folder. First we will try to download Mutillidae, bWAPP by going to this link and clicking. The link is in SourceForge. We'll just download. It's 15 MB size, and we'll save it in downloads. Your download will start shortly. Okay, download. And now we will also download SQLi Lab by SQLi Lab PHP 7. Here this is in GitHub, and Mutillidae 2 is also in GitHub. We can clone it, and we can download dem vulnerable web application from GitHub as well. But we will try to install the new release. It's located here, zip file 2.0.1. We'll also try to install this zip file, dem vulnerable web application. Okay, and for Mutillidae we will just type the command git clone and try to clone it in our htdoc directory. For that we have to open a terminal here, and we'll type the command git clone and the URL that we copied from the GitHub, paste selection, press enter, cloning into Mutillidae, receiving objects, and this is done. You can find Mutillidae is here. Now we will also git clone SQLi Lab. For that we'll just copy this URL, and similarly also we will git clone in htdoc folder, git clone, paste selection, cloning into SQLi Lab PHP 7. So after that we'll go to htdoc folder. We can see now Mutillidae and SQLi Lab is cloned from GitHub. Now we will go to downloads and check our downloads that we're downloading damn vulnerable web application and bWAPP. We will go to downloads folder and select this file, these two files, and we can copy and paste it in this directory, and we can check their content here. This is DVWA 2.0. We can create a new folder called DVWA. And create, and I'll put this zip file into this folder, and also I'll create one more folder called bWAPP. Create, and I'll just put this zip file into bWAPP. Go inside, we'll open terminal here. We can unzip it by simply typing the command unzip, and the file name, paste selection, unzip. Unzip is done. So actually we need this folder. I will go back, and okay, the name is same, bWAPP, and here this is also bWAPP, so I think we have to rename the file to different, like we'll just rename this folder, we'll rename this directory to bWAPP content. Rename. We'll try to bring this folder in the ht directory, htdoc directory. For that we can copy and paste it here. This is the folder we want, and for damn vulnerable web application 2 we can similarly copy this, open a terminal here, unzip it, unzip, done. Similarly we can bring this folder, copy and paste it here in the htdocs directory. Now we can delete this file, delete this folder, and let's keep this folder. I might be looking at this folder and later, but right now in this tutorial we'll be using bWAPP, DVWA 2.1, Mutillidae, SQLi Labs. So let's start the setup process for bWAPP. We can close this, extra tabs. Okay, here XAMPP is working. Actually, it's not working because we haven't started XAMPP. Now we have to go to this part, XAMPP, and we have to open manage Linux 64.run. For that we will open a new terminal. We will open a new terminal and type okay, cd. Try to cd into the path that we copied, ls. Acha, we are in htdoc directory. We'll go one step backward. Just clear it to make it tidy. Okay, we'll just type ls l to check the permission and the list. Lamp, yeah, we are talking about manager linux x64.run. We'll use this to run XAMPP, to start XAMPP. This, I think the permission is already there. Execute permission, run, read, write, execute. We have to run XAMPP. We will minimize this terminal. If we close the terminal, XAMPP will stop. Now we'll go to manage services. We'll go to MySQL database and start. We'll go to Apache web server and start. Starting. Now Apache is running and MySQL is also running. We'll minimize XAMPP and we can close this folder. Okay, we'll go to XAMPP and refresh. Now XAMPP is running and we'll try to access bWAPP. Now it is not running. Actually we have to go to htdoc bWAPP db. Okay, we'll have to check the settings, index php info settings. Open php. We'll just put password to none, blank, and save it. Now close this, go back. Now we are in htdocs directory. We'll open browser and try to access again. Okay, we'll try to access setup, actually bWAPP. What is this error? MySQL unknown database bWAPP. Unknown database bWAPP. Actually, we have to go to the installation file and click to set up first. I'm sorry. The installation file is somewhere here. Installation.php, htdoc. Now just click here to install bWAPP. Now you can check bWAPP has been installed successfully. We'll go to login, and the default username and password is bbug. We can log in, b, done. We'll go to bug. Actually, there is different security level, low, medium, high. Accordingly, we can practice our skills doing checking for vulnerabilities in the web application. In this web application, we can log in, we can check. These are different HTML injection, A1 injection, all top 10 web OWSP top 10 vulnerabilities. Here we can check, we can go and try to hack. We will discuss about this web application bWAPP later, but in this video we are just trying to find out how we can install this kind of apps web application. So we'll try to install the next web application now. The next vulnerable web application is, now we'll log in first. After login, we'll go to htdoc. bWAPP is installed. Now we will install DVWA. We'll copy the path, name of the directory. We have to actually go to this for that. Now I will type this path and enter. Here it says copy config.inc.php. This we have to configure this first. After that we can access. So first I will go to htdoc DVWA directory. Here I will go to config. Here you can see this, it is we have to rename actually. So I have to go, I can open with mousepad, and also I will set the password to blank, and localhost DB server is localhost 127.0.0.1 database DVWA, and DB user we should give root and save. If you try to open a terminal, actually two terminal opened. If we open a terminal and type who am I, it says root, so the username is root, so we have to type here DB user should be actually root. Saved, and now we will close this. Also we have to rename this php.dis to only php, rename. And now let's refresh the page. Now we can see the setup.php. Create reset database. It's loading. It will reset the database and we are good to go. Then we can log in and test our skills and find vulnerabilities in this damn vulnerable web application. Username is admin, password is password. Don't save. Here you can see we can practice our skills, or and check out how brute force is done in web applications, command injections, cross-site request, forgery, file inclusion, file upload vulnerability, insecure captcha, SQL injection, and so on. All this top 10 web application OWSP top 10 we can practice here in this vulnerable application in a safe environment. And we can also go to DVWA security and improve, make it harder, make it impossible, make it low, medium, high, impossible, and check in each stage. And we can, after practicing, we can set up here and reset the database again and start over again. So this setup is done. Dam vulnerable web application, dam vulnerable web application DVWA. We'll log out and move on to the other installations. So this is we'll go to our htdoc directory again. bWAPP is done, DVWA is also done. Now we will install Mutillidae and SQLi Labs. For Mutillidae we will copy the name and we will open it in our browser, localhost Mutillidae, enter, and it says there is two errors we can see. Using password is, using username is. Setup reset db audio, okay. Actually we have to check the database config inc, that is in the includes folder. We will go to Mutillidae includes folder and database config.inc, open with mousepad, any editor you can use. Here the username is root, db password is Mutillidae. We will rename it to none and then save this file and close it. We'll go back to our htdoc folder. Here we will try to access Mutillidae again, now this time with no errors. So we can set reset database, waiting for okay. You can opt out. Mutillidae. XAMPP is running. Why it's taking long? This is downloads folder. Yeah, we can close this folder. Downloads Mutillidae. Let's go to Mutillidae. Yeah, we can reset the database after practicing each and every vulnerabilities here in this web application. First, yeah, we will practice mainly OWASP top 10 of 2017. A1 is injection. Here we can practice every vulnerabilities. Also there is a toggle hint button. If you are confused or unable to solve it challenges, you can of course take hint, and we will move on to the next lab setup. This lab is done. We are not logged in, we can log in later. Okay, we'll just move on to the other lab. It's called, we are in htdoc directory. We will set up now this SQLi lab. It is actually an old lab, but it is good to practice SQL injection vulnerabilities. Different types of SQL injection vulnerabilities we can practice by this lab. So we will install this lab as well. For that we will go to the URL path. Here it says reset database for lab. Before that we will go to this folder, scroll down, we'll go to SQL connections, db creds inc, open. Here, okay, it is root and the password is blank. Perfect. So we will close this file, we'll go back, we'll go to htdoc. Actually we have to reset the database so that we can start using. These are all get error based injection, error based, and get post error based. We can practice all these vulnerabilities with this lab. First we will reset the database. It will take some time, a couple of seconds or even a couple of minutes. After that we are good to go, and then we can practice our skills. We can learn web application penetration testing, and after solving each lab we will be good to go and go for web application penetration testing and find some vulnerabilities in web application. This is done. We will go back, click, can go to advanced injection, page 1 basic injection, database for oh sorry, I've reset trying to I pressed this button by mistake. Actually I was supposed to go to page injection, stack injection, challenges. Okay, I think I have to click the database. After you practice and find the way to hack into these databases by using SQL injection, we can always go back and reset the database again so that we can start our lab fresh. So this is it, guys. Thanks for watching. We have successfully installed our labs that are located in htdocs. First one is bWAPP, and then damn vulnerable web application, SQLi Lab, and Mutillidae 2, DVWA 2.0.1. Let's check one thing. DVWA, try to log in, admin, password, don't save. Yeah, this is development 1.10 is the development. It's the newest version. Actually there is one old version also that you can download and practice, but here you have more options and more practice labs. Okay, thanks for watching.